Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
When drunkenness meets intellectualness meets bro science, you get bro soup time. This is Dean and the Boys.
What's up, everybody? This is Dean and the Boys, brought to you by Bro Soup Time. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Hope you had a great Memorial Day. I am Dean Mercer. We have a small crew today. To my left is Mr. Slut.
What's up? What's up?
Big Black Bronson.
Yeah, buddy.
And Jason Babb.
Boop, boop.
What's going on, guys? How was the weekend?
It's all right. It's worked.
I'll be a little sunburned.
Yeah.
Feeling a little sunburned.
Had a good time at the pool.
Yeah, I didn't do much. You and I were the only ones in town, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I guess we're the only losers that don't get to go to the lake.
Yeah, we didn't have lake friends. Well, Bab was in town.
I was working
But he was
every
working.
fucking night. Gay.
Sounded like you had an interesting night at the lake or here in town. Huh?
Yeah, I watched a dude get a DUI at my store, my Quick Trip. It was pretty funny.
What happened?
Well, I was just sitting there at the register, and then I see, the lights, and then they following this dude's just slowly creeping up and parks next to the pump. And I mean, they got out and, talked to him and then waited for backup to come, and the dude got arrested. And
Didn't you say he just got out like nothing was happening, like he was giving gas?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same cops that come in, like,
Right.
periodically through the night to get a drink, go to bed, whatever. And so I asked them what happened. But yeah, I was just watching it, and then they came in, and they were like, do you want us to tow his car or just park it over on the side? And I was like, I'm not going to ruin this dude's night any further. He just got a DUI. So you can just park it, in the corner. He'll come get it whenever he's
Is that your
out of
call,
jail.
though?
Yeah, I mean, we don't tow at Quick Trip
Okay.
for the most part.
So if you got to leave a car somewhere, leave it a Quick Trip. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Let's not put that out there.
Yeah. Well, remember the Flyover Festival the other a month or so ago? Is Post Malone was the headliner of it. It was at the amphitheater out there in Bonner. And so whenever a big festival or concert's happening like that, we hired sheriffs to direct traffic through because everybody stopped at Quick Trip on the way to and then on the way from the concert. Literally everyone came through. But there was a couple people that parked their cars there and then just walked over to the amphitheater. And so they got towed. But it was the cops that were we're going to tow them. It wasn't Quick Trip, hey, you guys need to, tow these cars. But no, I talked to the cops and they came in. I was like, was it a DUI? She was like, yeah. I was like, you could smell it. And she's like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, did he even know that you were behind him when he was pulling up? And she said, no. I was like, so I watched. I was like, this dude thinks he's about to get some fucking gas. No idea that the cops are right behind him about to ruin his life. But no, I didn't have his car towed because I was like, he's already got it.
Good man, yeah.
He's already paying $10,000 now.
Yeah.
So
All he was thinking about was those hot dogs and some maybe some chicken.
Yeah, he just wanted gas, some taquitos, maybe an egg roll.
Yeah.
But I was pretty.
He's gonna have himself a nice little evening.
It was kind of a blessing in disguise because I was pretty busy and I was by myself. And I think having the cops there in the parking lot deterred a lot of people from pulling in that were probably drunk.
His
You know what I mean?
His night was ruined, but yours got a little easier.
I was like, hell yeah. So I was able to start doing my work and shit and getting it done after that. But no, it was pretty funny. But that was about it.
Does it ever get creepy at night, when you're there 100% by yourself?
No.
And there's just these random people walking in?
Not really. But, I mean, the cops that come in, they tell me about having to come up and, I guess this one dude was methed out with some kind of psychosis, meth psychosis, and they called them because he said someone was trying to kill him or her, so they pulled up with, their fucking guns drawn and shit, and it was just this methed out motherfucker in the middle of his little psychotic trip.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Having something
what
crazy
are you looking forward to? Yeah, I was like,
having a fucking psychopath come in, you know what I mean? But for the most part, everyone's usually pretty cool, calm, and collected, and they come in. But
meth really is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. I was just watching this intervention, and this chick was on a psycho trip for 3 days, just rambling fucking nonsense. It was the craziest thing.
I've done that on Bud Light.
She even got detained and went to jail for 24 hours and was still tripping out.
Dude, KCK life is
Afterwards,
not
I was
easy. It's
like,
just a hard knock life over there.
That in Wichita.
Yeah.
It's a hard life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I've heard
God,
a meth story. Somebody whacked out for like 20 or like 48 hours almost. Like
Yeah.
came to this party and like everybody's partying and they passed out in this recliner and then woke up and the dude left. Was this your guys' story?
No,
No.
no point of me.
No.
I've
Alright.
never done anything like that.
I was just making sure I wasn't repeating.
I don't think I've ever been around meth.
I've
But,
never been around anyone
No,
that
they were
does
having a
meth.
party and some dude like nobody really knew came in, passed out in the chair, and like didn't even wake up the next day, and then woke up a day later and just rolled out and was like, "Hey, thanks, man. Sorry, I was fucked up. Like I just needed some sleep."
They let him stay?
Yeah, they let us stay.
That's some good friends or some just good
Damn.
people, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking do
wow.
that.
Speaking of parties, I saw a Snapchat of yours that was very interesting, sir.
Yeah, you made lake life look good.
Yeah.
Let me just lay this out. This is the video I received. It was 4 or 5 girls.
It was only to selected people.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You, right?
And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now
appreciate
the
it.
world
I just
knows.
wanted you guys there. I just really wanted.
We
I
wanted
wanted
to
to
be
be there. He had like 4 or 5 girls on this bed, and each one was either showing their tits or their ass. And when I saw you today, I just asked, so did everyone just fuck each other after that, or how'd that go down?
No, it was
For
just
real, man.
It's a huge group of people. Like there's like 2-3 rooms. Everybody's bouncing in between.
And you were at the Ozarks.
Yeah, just partying up at the hotel. Well, I don't know. I guess really classy hotel. So
Yeah,
it was
Sounds
just
like it.
Yeah,
say names.
yeah, no names needed. It was literally just like had been like 50 people just getting crazy all night long. 4 o'clock, there was some drug activity
Party
going
drugs.
on. Party drugs, yeah.
Now I really want to be
I,
there.
I didn't get involved. Though, so but
I'm just a bystander.
I was just innocent bystander, yeah. And then it just, dude, it was like 3-4 days straight, just everybody just raging, just out of control, ass and titties everywhere.
It looked like a blast.
It was. Oh my god, yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, we all saw. So Friday, this week I knew everyone was going to the lake, so I knew it was going to be pretty slow. Well, you didn't go to the lake till Saturday,
Yeah,
and Friday you said, "Hey, let's go get some dinner."
Yeah.
So the 3 of us, myself, Bronson, and Eric, we decided to go to Maloney's,
yeah.
and I thought we were just going to hang out, eat. I'll have a couple beers, like
Really?
100.
You thought we were going to have a couple beers? Because you had a couple beers before the appetizer got there.
Yeah, the 2 appetizers. I went hard in the paint. I meant to order breadsticks. I accidentally ordered mozzarella sticks. So when they brought them, I looked at them. I was like, I said breadsticks. And Eric corrected. He's like, no, you 100% said mozzarella sticks, but kept rambling about breadsticks.
Yes.
So then I ordered breadsticks too. Got down on those. Got down on my burger and fries.
And the shot is your favorite new shot.
Oh, the strawberry naan shot.
It's pretty much the
delicious.
girliest thing ever, but
Yeah.
it's
Sounds
delicious.
like it.
Yeah,
Oh, but it is delicious.
It's
I
a
wanted to-
daytime drink.
Usually
The sun
girl
was still
shit
out.
is delicious, but I hate
Hey,
it.
this,
so
you
sugary.
know what? Don't judge us. The sun was still out.
Hey.
It was a patio. It was fine.
It's like drinking like the frozen drinks at the lake. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
If
pretty
it's
girly,
daytime,
but, hey,
it's
you know
okay.
what? I want. This is delicious. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. If
Plus,
it becomes
you
nighttime, yeah, it's against the rules.
Yeah. No, I still did it.
Well, whatever.
But anyway,
When in
I'm
Rome.
kind of girly.
so we end up going, I'd say, pretty hard.
Yeah.
While we're sitting at that table on the patio. And how about that drunk dude?
Oh.
He tripped.
yeah.
So he tripped on this set of stairs outside twice.
I got a video
he
of
couldn't-
that thing too.
Yeah, he
man.
couldn't walk. He was literally like stumbling. He would try to get up the stairs. He'd make it up one, fall back, and then he finally just fell up the stairs. I don't even know how you do that. It was kind of impressive.
Yeah. So he fell down, and then he's walking down the street, and he's walking over, and there's some cars parked there. And I go, how funny would it be if he got in that van? And 100%, he walked to that van, opened the driver's side door, got in, and he went in a parking lot for a minute. And
I think he was
Just
trying.
funny.
I think he was either trying to go home and got lost and ended up in a bank parking lot, didn't know what to do, so he just parked for a little bit, or he really took him that long to turn around. And we're talking about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like him just like in the parking lot, just kind of sitting there, backing into his spot, backing out,
Like, this dude
pulling
was so
back
bad.
up.
I literally contemplated on calling the cops. Like, oh, dude, that dude.
Oh, it was rough.
is
Yeah.
Falling. He fell on the same set of steps twice.
Yeah.
Like, how drunk are you?
And then he came back, got in a fight with his buddy, threw a haymaker straight to his chest.
At the same time, knocking the keys out of his buddy's hands, going flying past somebody's head.
Yeah.
Which we picked up, or which they picked up and gave to the waitress, so he did not have a car
So
anymore.
then later he left, and then he came back, and the bouncer got involved, and he turned around, picked up this chair, and tried throwing it at the bouncer. The bouncer just olayed him, and then they just wrestled to the ground. How that bouncer didn't just slam that dude?
Dude, that guy it was an awful job of being a bouncer.
Yeah.
Like this guy, it would have been like fighting a toddler. You just like kind of push him and he would have fallen like 8 feet and onto the ground. But for some reason, he tried to put him in a headlock, and then the guy just kind of like starts like trying to hit him, and it was just ugly looking. It
You
looked
throw
like
a
they were
chair at
just
me,
dancing.
Oh, that's assault.
It's going down.
He
your
could have
head's
done
gonna
some.
accidentally hit the
Keep talking, I
fucking
gotta check on
concrete pretty hard. Pretty fucking
He could
hard.
have literally done some like WWE moves and
Yeah.
like just toyed with him. He could have like choke slammed him or do any
Yeah.
kind of crazy things.
Oh,
to
he
him,
could
'cause
have
the guy
Brock
was, like,
Lesnar sent him to fucking Suplex City.
Dude,
Easy.
Absolutely.
All admire Mercer's outfit today.
Dude, I love it.
Dude, talk
love
about
that.
Memorial
Is that for the
Weekend,
troops?
sir.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Day. Appreciate all you vets out there. Jason,
Well, it's
you're
not
included.
about the vets. It's
Well,
about
no.
the ones that are gone.
Well, yeah,
That's
those.
what Memorial Day is.
I mean, you're supporting America hardcore.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Supporting America.
Oh yeah.
Big,
But the
The
red
people that can't
shorts
see
to
that.
go with it.
Yeah.
it's all in. You
My
went all in.
buddy,
We appreciate that.
My buddy in the Navy
Proud of you.
sent me a picture, a snap on Friday. He had a little grill out at his house, but he had an American flag hat, American flag overalls. He's got American
That's
flag
awesome.
cowboy boots, and then he had like an American flag T-shirt on with an American flag around his like a cape. I was like, Jesus,
That's what's up. Let's go.
There we go.
Intense.
But before, is that all for the weekend?
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't do much. I hung out with some pool honeys. I guess that's about
Yeah.
all we did.
Pool honeys.
Just me
Yeah.
and me and
Yeah.
Mercer.
All
Just
that.
I don't know what a lot to say there.
Good time.
yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah,
It's fun.
just-
Nice chill.
I heard somebody was Russian.
we don't need to get into that.
Yeah, there was a Russian. That's what's up. That's all we'll say about that.
Not a
But-
Memorial Day weekend. We'll discuss this.
But before we move into other shit, I got to say some stuff. If you guys are going to shop at Amazon, for sure, go to brosouptime.com, click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner. That will send you to Amazon and just shop as you normally would. Doesn't cost you anything extra. They just send a little bit back on their end. That's a great way you can support the show. Another great way you can support the show is by liking us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and sharing our videos. We chop this up into little bits, and we post them on Facebook. Be sure to share those, like them. Our Instagram is lit. Eric's running the Twitter. And yeah, hit us up there. And if you're not already, subscribe to the podcast and rate and review the podcast. 5 stars only. That's what we need. But now that that's out of the way, have you guys? So I found something on my body.
I thought you were going down the YouTube rabbit hole again.
Oh no,
That too.
no. So I went to my parents last Saturday. Not this past Saturday, the last Saturday.
Yeah, when you were harvesting weed with your dad.
Yep, that one, that same one. So I don't think I got this there. I think I got it here, but I'm taking a shower last Monday.
Oh, I don't know where
And-
this is going.
I shower myself and I look down at my balls, and there's a tick
Oh no.
on my sack.
Oh, thank God.
You didn't feel it?
No, I did not feel it.
Damn.
It was a little itty bitty baby tick,
Hadn't
but
been there for long.
it hadn't been there for long, but it was very distinct. I remember what it looked like,
Yeah.
and it took me till last Thursday. I was like, I better look that up.
Yeah.
It had a dot on its back. Never seen a tick like that. It reminded me of like that. Was that a black widow that has a dot on its back?
Yeah.
It reminded me of that.
Hourglass. Red
So
hourglass.
I looked it up. Tick with a dot on its back, and it immediately popped up. It populated Lone Star tick.
Yeah.
You guys know what the Lone Star tick is?
No.
I've heard about the Lone Star tick.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tick that gives you a meat allergy.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Keep it down.
it makes you allergic to red meat and pork.
Well,
Apparently,
it's-
pork's are red meat, so whatever.
While it's attached to you?
No, it
Or
releases.
forever.
So what happens is it's called and it has such an American name, Lone Star tick, and then Ambuloma Americanum. So it has an American name, Lone Star tick and Americanum, but it makes you allergic to red meat. How un-American is that? Especially on a Memorial Day? How dare you?
Yeah, what a shitty tick.
But what it does, it releases a carbohydrate inside you called alpha-gal, and then that just sticks with you.
Really?
And what I've read is it takes, first of all, it's on the eastern half of the country. It like goes right down Kansas and then east, and that's where they're more prevalent.
Great, now I have to move.
Yeah, right. And I've I read that it takes like 3 to 6 weeks to actually, like, if the symptoms are going to happen, it'll take 3 to 6 weeks. So it hasn't been.
No.
So it's just a waiting game for you.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
just a
point.
waiting game. But also, I haven't been able to find the information. Like, is it like if you get bit by that, you 100% have a meat allergy, or is it like 60% of the people that get bit have a meat allergy?
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to this,
No, that sucks.
especially on my balls. That's straight to the heart.
Do they have anything
Pretty
to
much.
cure it before it's too
Closest
late?
thing to my heart.
There's
For the
nothing.
3 to 6 weeks? No.
There's nothing. I did read something that said it only lasts like 7 years.
Only 7 years.
I mean, I'm saying it's not for life.
Better
Get
than
used to
forever.
eating chicken, man. If that's happening.
Oh my goodness! And turkey. Turkey's such a
you could eat-
trash bird.
You could eat
love
frog
turkey.
legs.
I love turkey.
Frog leg. Okay.
Some
Guess
gator.
Gator.
Oh, I like
Is that
gator.
red meat?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I've heard it tastes like chicken.
Good.
But yeah.
Somebody Google that.
So if you guys
Producer.
So if you guys see a fucking tick with a dot on its back, just
I'm gonna-
know.
Kill that fucker.
I'm going to go home and check myself really closely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need
For
help,
the tick reason.
if you need help, hit me up.
Yeah.
And this is we're gonna be a little dated on this one, but have
Yeah.
you guys heard the whole Laurel Yanny thing?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this last week.
Didn't get to it.
And if you don't know what it is, look it up. Laurel Yanny debate. It's a recording from vocabulary.com, and the thing's actually saying Laurel, but for some reason, like the way you hear it or what frequency you hear it, some people hear Yanny.
Yeah.
What did you guys hear?
I heard Yanny.
You heard
But
Yanny?
I could also hear Laurel a little bit too.
Really?
I heard Yanny. It's more.
What about you, Bronson?
Straight Laurel. All
You're
day.
you're a Laurel.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you ever hear it?
I didn't hear it. I heard the other one we were
Yeah.
talking about, but I didn't hear that one.
So-
See, it's hard to find the original because they'd be like, "What do you hear, Laurel Yanny?" And then it'd be like, "Fuck off," you know what I mean? Or "Go fuck yourself" or some shit like that. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Well, see, I remember I saw it on an Instagram story, and it had a vote. You could vote on it, so you could put Laurel, or click Laurel Yanny. I heard Yanny the first time,
Yeah.
and then I watched the same story again later, and I clearly heard Laurel,
Yeah.
and I couldn't change my vote, but it was just weird. I could hear,
Yeah.
I heard both of them
Yeah.
from the same recording.
I just saw funny memes from it.
Yeah.
Like there was one that was showing, it showed like KU and K State, and it just, instead of either one, it just said trash.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one that I
That
shared.
was the Broncos one.
That's the
Oh, I
one.
saw a different one too.
Broncos
That's
Oh,
the
yeah, I
one
saw
I shared.
Oakland
Yeah.
and Denver one.
Yeah.
It had Oakland and Denver, and it said, "What do you hear?" And the guy was just saying, "Garbage,
God.
garbage," and you'd be correct.
Yeah.
And in case you're wondering, do you guys know what a laurel is?
No.
It's a wreath.
Dr. Seuss?
No, it's a wreath worn on the head, usually as a symbol of victory.
Okay.
I just wrote that down too. So
wow.
that's
By
fun.
who? Who's it wore by?
It's as a symbol of victory.
Oh.
So if you win, you can place a laurel upon your head and
think I won
declare
this
yourself the
weekend.
victor.
You did.
Yeah,
won,
you definitely won the
Somebody
weekend.
give me a
You get the laurel.
You won the Bro Soup
You
Time
were
weekend.
winning 100%.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
we were
you
proud of you.
Yeah, you can't be mad. I mean, that's all you look forward to every weekend.
So
Nice set of
while
boobies.
while we were getting trashed on Friday night, Bronson, Eric, and we came up with a little challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've regretted this all weekend long.
And this, I think Eric does too.
Yeah.
And this is the
we have
first.
some discussions to make.
This is the first time Jason's hearing of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it is, I have to run a 10K. The first part of the 10K, so Bronson will run a 5K.
Yeah.
The second part, I'll be racing against Eric, who will also run a 5K. It's almost like heat 1, heat 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
baton style, handing it off to Eric.
Relay.
Yeah.
Relay,
There
relay
you go.
style.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So Bronson does not run, not a runner.
No, not much of a
Nope.
run guy.
I run every day, 2.5, 3 miles every day. And if I run outside, I'll hit 4, 5 sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling. And we decided it would be funny. I'll race Bronson, and in the 3 miles, 3.1 miles, I have to finish a 6-pack.
Ugh,
He has to shotgun 6 beers.
that's
Yeah, I have to shotgun. So I have to take 2 shotguns to start, and then 1 every mile. And then in there, I have to finish an additional beer. So there's going to be another double to finish a 6-pack.
He gets to choose when.
That's,
And Bronson's just straight up just doing it.
I
just running.
gotta keep running.
Yeah.
I gotta keep running. I can't stop running.
yeah.
And then the second heat,
But I'll be participating in the drinking as this goes. Mine's going to be it's going to be
the Rumple Run.
the rump run. Yeah, the rumple run. And I'm going to take a shot for every mile, including the 3 miles that Bronson does. So I'll be doing 6 shots altogether of rumple.
And then during that rumple run, I have to do a shot every mile.
Yeah.
How hammered am I going to
Strictly
get?
promoting health reasons.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yes.
fucking throw up, dude.
Yeah, what's the over-under on that? What'd you set it at?
For
Me throwing up.
2 throw-ups at least.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah.
It's
I think
going to
If
be
you
rough.
don't, you're a
And that's the
fucking
over/under. I
champ,
think
man.
I'm if I was a betting man, which I am, I would be betting over, based on
Over 2?
over
Yeah.
2.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Based on my last year of drinking.
Yes.
damn, dude.
And I'm thinking
Due
two
to s- due to
two
statistics.
two shotguns.
'Cause
I think you would throw up on that anyways. That's a lot of beer real
When
quick.
I did the Arrowhead 5K last year, I drank like 2 or 3 ciders when I was on like my heavy cider kick.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a mistake. That's a huge. I didn't throw up, but I felt it the whole way through that fucker.
So we upped the ante on this, by the way, and we decided that just doing it wasn't going to be enough.
There has to be
It-
something on the line.
Right, because it was basically if you finish it, you don't have to spin the wheel because this is a
Yeah.
wheel bet.
Yeah, yeah,
And so Mercer and I decided that we should put some time parameters on it.
yeah. Sure.
I'm regretting that immediately because I
Can't just
started
do it.
training and I am not in nearly the shape I thought.
How long
I
did
was.
it take you to run 2 miles yesterday?
Well, I mean, I think first of all, it was really hot outside.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really hot when we do this.
Oh,
Right.
you can't. You got to do it in the morning.
Yeah, we'll do it in the
Fuck
morning.
doing that during the day.
Well, I think I passed out for about 7 minutes on the sidewalk. So
If
I don't
you
know.
factor that in.
yeah, I mean, minus that, it was decent. But yeah, it was like 33 minutes. I walked the second mile. I was in bad shape.
it's all right, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
The
start
mile, I
small.
did the mile in under 9, which is not great, but I probably maybe went a little too hard. But I'd been running, like a month ago, and so I thought I was good to go. But no.
I'm telling you, it'll come back quick, dude.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
just.
Well, he
baby
wants to do it in
steps.
2 weeks, but I'm like, it's a challenge. I want to train for it.
Give him like a month.
That's what I asked for.
Why?
just a
month.
month. Just get a little.
Dude, I don't think our viewers can handle a month worth of weight.
Yeah, we just laid down the
Dude,
challenge.
Fuck it. I don't. Hey, this
Well,
is
we
your
can do
guys'
updates.
challenge,
Just
man.
like, I'm out of
We
it.
can do updates of me passing how far
Yeah.
I got before I passed out on the
I
sidewalk.
mean,
Because you said you've never ran
Not
3
since
miles.
high school.
Oh, yeah, you did cross country for a bit.
it's fun. I like doing it.
I'm
Knows
not.
me,
I'm not.
I've never ran 3.
So are you gonna do it on like a track?
No, there's a. Well, we could, but there's.
That's school grounds. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a bad
But there's
idea.
gonna be drinking involved. It's
Yeah.
a little. It's
That's
a little-
summertime. No,
Yeah.
no.
Well, there's
Little bit.
there's a spot right by my house that
Yeah.
runs next to a trail. It's basically all sidewalk along the side of the road. So I drove it, and it's
Yeah.
literally a mile. It's 1.6 miles from just all the way up and around the park and up to like the main street, and then
Uh-huh.
back would be exactly the 3.2 we
The
need.
one off the highway there.
Yeah,
Next to that
the
school.
one that runs by. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be a rough one if you got to run up that hill.
I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
and I'm going to do
That's
it.
a big hill.
No, it's not a very big. There's nothing really big.
Well,
It's
like
there's
walking
slight-
down to it. There's
Oh
a
no, we're not
huge
going to take
hill.
the track.
Okay,
Not that we're not going to take the trail. That's a
So,
bike trail.
okay.
Yeah, that is
just
winding.
around the.
Yeah, it's literally
soccer
on the
field.
sidewalk. Literally, I just literally drove next to it with my car, and it was perfect. So it
Yeah.
would work for the 3.1 miles or
What if I
whatever.
rollerbladed this?
No. Then you got to do the whole thing, and I still don't think it's fair. You got to do the 6 miles with Mercer.
But man, that's going to be rough. I mean, I haven't ran 6 miles in a while, and now I have to do it hammered
That's what I'm thinking. I just want to try to get.
and a full belly.
Oh yeah,
You
and so I got to do. I got to
as
do
far
mine in
as you
30,
can, as fast as you can. That's what I would do.
and I have to do it in 36 minutes, or I got to spin the wheel.
Yeah,
Bronson's just got to finish.
you got to.
No, he's got to put a time on it.
30 minutes. If you
30?
can't, if you can't do
And by the
5K
way, you can-
in under 30, then
What?
I'm just saying that's pretty slow. If you're over 30, that's really slow. that's
Yeah,
that's
it
really
is.
really slow. 32 minutes.
Well, you said you could walk a mile in 12 minutes, and that's not true.
32 minutes.
Yeah, you can.
Not if you're
It just
tired.
depends how you're walking.
Not if you're tired.
I'm telling you, it took me more than that. Granted, I
30, but see, you'll have
blacked out there for a minute.
something on the line this time. So
No, I agree. And I'm going. I've
30
been training.
32 minutes.
I started training, so and I'm going. To
I'm just
continue
saying,
to do
I'm
it.
ready. I'll fucking do it. I haven't trained one time yet.
Yeah.
You already are. You've been training. You've been doing 3 miles every day.
I know,
already.
but still, that's
what are
not.
you gonna do? Start your
that's
training
not
is gonna
6.
be. You're gonna do rumplements and shotgun beers before you do it. That's not gonna be.
It might now.
I'm just saying. I want to get to the point where I can do it just sober
Yeah.
in under 30 minutes before I start trying to throw it. Just do it automatically. Because
Dude,
right now, I
You
might as well
just
spin
gotta
the wheel.
go full fucking
I'm
swan
going to.
dive
I guess
into
I-
it,
I
man.
guess I have to
So
drink beers.
2.
You're gonna drink beers now?
Instead of putting a time on it, you're gonna put beers on
I
it.
mean, it only makes sense since you'll be doing rumplements with them on the back half. I'll do beers with them on the front half.
Yeah.
But that was the whole challenge.
Yeah, I
was
thought that was
you
his
thought-
challenge, though.
You thought, or you didn't
I didn't think I could run it straight.
Yeah, you didn't think you could even beat me with me drinking
Yeah,
a 6-pack.
yeah,
that's what it was. Because you're not a runner.
Yeah.
You said you ran a mile like
You're gonna
2
need more than
months
2
ago.
weeks to get to the point where you're not gonna be able to just not run the whole
You're
time.
gonna be hurting so bad.
Yeah, you need to train.
All right.
Yeah, I like the confidence.
Dude, this will be easy. Don't worry.
Well,
I'm not
fuck it.
confident, and I'd like a month to train.
Yeah,
And that, you know what, it's supposed to be
After
to
this,
challenge yourself.
Let's put down the rules, the ground rules.
we'll talk about this after the
Stipulations?
show.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
This
out.
is
We'll report
happening.
back.
Facebook,
This
you
is
comment in
this
some
is
rules,
for
you know, if you
sure
want.
happening, but we'll make the ground rules.
Yeah, please comment. If you think I'm a pussy and should be able to do it in 2 weeks, say so.
Hey, Eric, you're a pussy and should be able to train for this
You
in
know,
2
I don't
weeks.
care what
Hold
you
on,
think.
I'm commenting right now.
All right, the challenge is laid. We'll figure out the parameters, a date, and we got to film this. I don't think we could do it in the morning because we need someone to film. So that's going to have to be an afternoon thing.
I could do it.
You're the only one that can run with this, Jason. I think.
Yeah, hey,
I
Whenever,
guess
let me
being
know,
around
man.
you, but-
I will be there probably.
I mean, there's other people
we do it on
on
like
the
a
podcast.
Wednesday. Well, you guys
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
How dare you.
I was
Saturdays,
thinking
Sundays.
this will
I'm
be
like,
set
God
at
damn it.
checkpoints.
Yeah, we'll do it before I go into work.
Go to work. Yeah.
6
We're
rumple
doing it on
deep.
Tuesday.
Well, the challenge is laid. We'll figure out the parameters. We'll report back next week with a concrete date of when this is happening.
Either way, there's a wheel bet out there, so that's the positive side
Yeah.
of things.
All right, let's move on to some news. This one is wild. Otis Dwayne Ryan, 30, climbed to the top of some playground equipment and yelled a vulgar explanation of where babies come from.
And this dude looks creepy.
Was it kids there and everything?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he was yelling at kids, telling them how babies are born. Or
Really?
Made, or what, yeah.
There's a video of it,
graphically.
or-
No.
There's not video, but his mugshot is outrageous.
I think you showed me that.
It's
I
on-
think
it's on our
you-
group
Yeah,
chat.
I think you
Yeah.
posted or sent that.
It looks. Ryan said it best. He said it looked like the Croc guy from Suicide
Yeah,
Squad,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
true. He
He
did. He had
did
facial
look
tattoos,
psychotic.
Oh yeah.
and of course I pictured it. It was like you know, like a nice neighborhood, and you just climbed up. And there's,
He's
there's
just
a
like,
bunch of kids just
Just
sitting
let
there.
him in there.
Mom,
Yeah.
suck your dad's dick.
But
Well, it was the security guards were there. Like
police,
he
I have it
already-
right here. A
yeah.
police officer watched it all go down.
Didn't do
He,
anything.
he said,
They already had issues with him.
as parents rushed to grab their children, Ryan approached women and made inappropriate comments to get their partners to confront them. So homeboy was trying to get in a fight,
Yeah.
but he was charged with disorderly conduct, found guilty, and fined $118. And he's since been released.
I figured he was still in jail.
He would have found a problem. If it
Yeah.
me,
Oh,
my
yeah.
kid, he would have found a fight. He
Just
would've
standing
for
on the top of the
sure.
jungle
Yeah.
gym, just
Yeah.
Talking all that
explain.
shit.
Oh my god.
like I said, meth's a hell of a drug.
Oh, dude, that reminds me when I always had this like idea of like a kind of like a romantic date to take a girl down to the plaza
Hang
on
on.
a nice.
How does this make you?
Well, no. This is. Let me finish the story.
Okay.
It's a weird transition.
This girl I knew from college finally got her to go out with me, and I always wanted to take a girl down to that big ass fountain down at the plaza.
Okay.
Like on a nice evening or something,
Yeah.
like get something to eat and then hang out there, right? So we go get something to eat, and then we walk over to the fountain. And this is a while ago when they still like let the fucking crackheads and bums hang out around there because they don't really do that. Let them hang out there anymore.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there, we're
Just
like
that one old guy in
talking.
front of Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, we're talking, and then this fucking dude kind of like comes walking up. He's probably about 10 feet away, and he's just staring at us. And I could tell he's like saying something or trying to talk to us.
Could you tell there's going to be a problem?
Yeah, and so I'm like, I ignore it, and then he walks up, and he's just like, "Hey, man, I just got to tell you, man, your bitch is fucking fine, dude. I want to fuck you, like." I'm not even kidding, dude. He's just like, "Oh my god, I want to fuck you so. Oh my god, you're so fucking sexy." I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
Dream date ruined.
Like he was completely cracked out, dude.
You tell him like, hey man, I'm trying to be romantic as shit here.
Man, I just didn't
I'm
know
trying to do what you
I
wanna
was
do.
like, took me by surprise. I was in shock, and then he like started trying to fight me, and so we just walked away. because he's cracked out. And I was
say,
like,
that's a
I don't know if
bad
you've ever
idea.
seen like crackheads fight. Like they don't feel shit. So I've seen
Yeah.
the videos on YouTube. So
yeah,
I
I've
was like,
watched bum fights.
yeah. So, but nah, dude, the motherfucker's just like, yeah, I want to fuck you. Oh my god, you're so fucking sexy. Oh man, I was just like, what the?
The way
fuck,
you're saying
dude?
it's creeping me out.
Yeah, dude. And so I was like, never done it again. Never gonna do it.
Yeah, not
Do
going down
that
there.
and
Well, it's
fucking good.
probably safe now. They cleaned it up a
Oh
little bit.
yeah, I always when I drive by there now I see and I remember it used to
See
be
if he's
like
just still
the
sitting
homeless guy, like homeless people all like on the hill there and stuff,
Yeah.
just hanging out, and they patrol it pretty well now, keep
Yeah.
them out. But I was like, God damn it, girl never talked to me again.
So right here, everyone's heard about this story. Michael Rotondo, 30, has been ordered by a judge to move out of his parents' house. This is an aggressive move. I mean, he's been living there for 8 years and has been given 5 notices to move out. 5 notices. Written notices. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
read any of the excerpts of it.
So I'm just taking your shit out for real.
put it on
I'm
the front
putting
yard?
it out in the front yard.
Unless it
I'm
just
like,
doesn't
but I
leave.
fucking told you.
Well, one of the problems is it's in New York, so like the renters' rights there are out of control.
Is it really?
So he's trying to say like he has to have 6 months, but like his parents have offered, they've given him $1,100 to help find a new place, and said that they would just straight up pay for the repairs to his broke down car so he can get a job.
That's ridiculous. You get a handout like that?
Yeah, but he says he's owed 6 months notice, and his parents have cut off his cell phone or refused to give him food.
Yeah, because you're a grown ass man, dude. You
Yeah.
should be doing it
I
on
know.
your own.
There was another article I read. I didn't write it down here, but there's another article I read where he even said, like, it's not like she does my laundry or anything or cooks me food. Like, this homeboy wants his laundry done. He wants a grilled cheese sandwich, stat.
I
But
kind
he's-
of want those same things.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I don't live at home, so.
But this all stems from, I guess, when he lost his job and had to move back, he ended up having a kid, and he's in a custody battle. So, like, his parents are
I
mad
thought
at
he'd been living there the whole time.
No, he had moved out for a while. But, I mean, it's been 8 years,
8
almost
years.
a decade.
Yeah, you gotta get your shit together.
But apparently he got a gal knocked up and has a kid out there, but he's not able to see it, and they're mad at him that they can't see their grandson. So that's what it all kind of started from. And I don't know if a lot of people knew this, but he's also locked in another legal battle.
with what?
He's suing Best Buy because he believes he was wrongly fired for refusing to work Saturdays.
Oh, well, he's about to come up. He's about to have come up. He's good. That's all he's waiting for.
But this guy's a fucking loser.
Because he couldn't work
'Cause-
Saturdays. What, he had some of those LARP things they got going
Yeah, I
on
would
there?
imagine if you've
Yeah,
seen a
something like
picture
that.
of him.
Yeah, LARPing. I had a guy in the Navy I worked with. He did LARPing.
I work with a guy who does it.
Yeah, he'd talk about it. I'd ask him about it. Like, what do you do?
I don't talk to him.
I worked with the guy when I was laid off from my job now. I worked at this other place doing road construction, and I was invited to their bachelor party, and he wanted his bachelor party to be LARPing.
Really?
And I 100%, I wasn't in the wedding. I was simply invited.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the wedding. I wasn't the best man, and I would not let that happen. Because I was working with the best man to like, you
I think that would be
cannot
funny as shit.
let that fucking happen.
I think I would do it.
Dude.
I think
I'd
that'd be
do it
hilarious.
drunk.
I talked
Yes,
to him.
that's what I
was
mean.
just- that's what
I-
I told him too. My buddy in the
Just-
Navy. I was like, man, if I go with you, I'm just gonna be like the town drunk. And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna have rum and fucking, I'm getting wasted.
Yeah, I'm going to make a
coming up with a
mockery
s-
of it, but if you're going to make
and I'm
me
gonna
do
come
it,
up
I'm
with a
going all
sweet
in.
superpower.
Yeah.
Right? They have superpowers, right?
Yeah, you whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, it's whatever you want to
I'm
do.
casting spells all over the place.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to do Street Fighter moves the whole time.
Hadouken!
I'm going to shoot fireballs at everyone.
Yeah, but homeboy is a loser.
Yeah,
He called the judge's ruling outrageous, and he plans to appeal.
Where is he getting the money for a lawyer?
No, he's representing himself.
Oh, is he?
That seems smart.
Yeah, I think that works out for everyone that does that, right?
Yeah. I don't see how that could
I
go
think the
poorly.
judge is like, grow the fuck up, dude. Like it's been 8 years.
Well, he even referenced like
time to move
he
the fuck
referenced
on.
like some cases, and the judge even gave him like props, like, "Hey, good job doing your research and everything," and he just blew it off and was
Well,
like,
it seems like he's got plenty of time on his hands.
Yeah, he
to do
just-
a lot of research.
He just blew it off and was like, it was a Google search. It took me 5 seconds. And he was like, well, then you also should have found out that wasn't the last word on that. That wasn't the last word on that case. And actually, I can rule like I just did. You have 14 days to leave. But he's planning to appeal. He says it's outrageous. He might be our asshole of the week. I don't know.
Fuck
I don't know. I was thinking. I
Fuck
think
that
it might be
dude.
the next one. Is
God.
might be
Your
the
parents
asshole.
paid to fix your car,
And-
I know they've offered to help him find jobs and shit.
Like if
Pay for
if
your
you
first
if you
month's rent
move
at least.
home, like just be thankful that your parents let you move home. But like if I ever had to move home, like I'm immediately looking for another place. Like it's temporary. It's
Yeah,
not
that
gonna
is going to be my
forever again.
goal. Is
Yeah.
to get out of there as
It's
quickly
fucking
as
gonna be
possible.
quick.
100%.
There's not more motivation in the world than living at home.
Oh yeah,
To get out. Yeah.
to move out is by living at home.
This next one is interesting. A Colorado man is facing federal charges after he harassed a female airline passenger and urinated on the seat in front of him. Michael Allen Haig of Boulder was arrested when his flight landed in Charleston, South Carolina. And if you look at his mugshot, Charleston is where the whole tiki torch thing happened, right?
Charlottesville, Virginia.
That was Oh, okay. Never mind. I was wrong.
But Charleston did have an issue with, like, I think they had for a long time they flew the American flag and the Confederate flag.
Oh, yeah.
And the people were so pissed off that the state capitol took down the Confederate flag.
Well, I had a joke for this, but now it doesn't work. But he told the gal he was sitting next to, dude was hammered, drinking vodka tonics the whole time.
Yeah.
But he told the gal he was going to go see his old girlfriend and that he was physically excited. And he kept asking her personal questions and staring at her chest and legs. And then he started touching her until she yelled, "Stop touching me."
This could be an asshole of the week candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they moved him, sat him next to another woman.
In the back,
Stupid.
right? In the
Yeah,
back of the plane.
yeah, in the back of the plane. And then they told the woman, you might want to move in case he tries to touch you. So, first of all, what the
Where's
fuck?
the air marshal?
Right, just sit him next to the air marshal.
Yeah.
Like, figure that out and just go. I mean, you don't have to tell everyone he's the air marshal, but just sit him next to that dude.
Yeah.
Because do they know? The flight attendants know?
I don't know. You would think so.
I don't think they do. I think it's completely incognito.
Is there
They
always
don't-
one on a? On
I
like
think there's
every,
supposed to be at least one on every flight.
Every
I don't know that.
What
I have
a
no
shitty
idea.
I'm not
job,
up on
man.
airline law.
I hate being on an airplane.
I'm gonna go professional on that.
That's your job
Airline
is
law.
to sit on an airplane all fucking day. Ugh.
But she told him, so they told her, you might want to move in case he tries touching you. So she started to take a picture of him, like a Snapchat of him, like send to her
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's when he started just peeing on the seat in front of him.
Whipped his dick out and started pissing.
Yeah, and then she yelled, he's fucking peeing.
Oh my God.
And the airline flight attendant yelled at her like, "Hey, stop cursing," and just completely ignored him.
No fucking cussing on the plane.
I heard this on the radio the other day, and I could not believe it when they said that they were mad at her for fucking being like, hey.
There's children on here. Yeah, his dick's out.
I can't say fuck, but he can have his dick
He's
out.
urinating on the fucking back of the seat. Like, oh my God.
It's good we know the ranking of rules.
Yeah.
Cussing, dick out.
Dig
Yeah.
out.
Duly noted. I'll
Yeah.
remember that on my next flight.
Just whip it out.
And apparently, this is on Frontier Airlines, and apparently they just said they'd waive her back fees and gave her a $200 travel voucher.
They're like a low end
Yeah.
airline though, so
Yeah.
I'm not very
I'll be like,
surprised by
no,
that, you know.
You send me to a couple places, all right?
Oh yeah,
This
dude.
dude could have peed on me
I
very
would
easily.
have fucking.
They're a little
I got
lax.
exposed on your flight. You put him from one woman.
I think I might lawyer up after if that's all they're gonna offer me. I'm like, all right, well then now you're gonna give me a lot more than that. I'm coming after a lot more than that.
So that could
Their
definitely.
defense will be what we have a you know,
$200 voucher. That's barely an airplane. I mean, I guess I don't know how much
Depending.
Frontier is.
Yeah.
Where you going,
But
man?
that's barely an airline ticket one way.
Yeah.
They're very lax on
$200
their dick out
voucher.
policy.
Apparently, holy shit, dude.
So this last one, a woman in Sweden decided to get a tattoo of her kids' names. Her kids' names are Nova and Kevin. The tattoo artist inserted a random L in the name Kevin, so it ended up being Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Killed.
And she decided that a tattoo removal was way too expensive, just left it. After a couple of weeks, she decided, I kind of like the name Kelvin. So she changed her 2-year-old son's name to Kelvin.
That was not that far off.
Yeah.
Kevin's
And he's
pretty
only
cool name.
2.
He's only 2,
So
Got rid of another basic name. You know.
but still, what the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's kind of fucked up.
That's
but-
I mean, you're mad at the tattoo artist. Like,
yeah.
where the fuck did you get an L?
Well, he must have been freehanding it then, because I mean, with my tattoo, like I made sure that it's all the words are spelled
Yeah.
correctly. Like I'm not gonna have regrets on my fucking body, you know, for the rest of my life.
What if she just
Not
asked
any
him?
regrets? Not even one letter?
So she's just like, oh fuck it.
Maybe
hey.
the tattoo artist is the kid's dad.
Maybe.
He doesn't know how to spell his
That's
own
an
kid's
interesting
name.
take on that.
He was like, no, I hate Kevin. It's
He
gonna be
wanted
Kelvin.
the name Kelvin. and shit.
He wanted it to be Kelvin. She wanted Kevin, so he just fixed it himself.
What if she looked at him and was just like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And he was like, "I like it better. I like it better, so I use this."
I mean, what else I'm thinking is, I'm guessing that they were lowercase letters because that'd be a real fuck up if it was a capital L.
Oh, yeah.
Because then he just really just couldn't spell. Like maybe he fucked up and like he was trying to. I don't even know.
I don't know. Maybe he just made the E really long so it looks like an L.
Well, where was the L though?
Oh,
Was it
K-E-L,
after the E? Was it?
V-I-N.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe he was trying to do I and he did it. You know.
Did it too
Yeah,
early.
exactly.
Oh,
So-
man.
So he just fucked up the whole
yeah,
tattoo.
exactly.
But he made the names match now because they had Nova and Kevin. So at least Kelvin's a little bit more exotic. Matches Nova more.
Yeah. Did her a favor.
I think the kid's better off.
Kelvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they
Congratulations,
measure the,
Kelvin.
Kelvin, you've got a
the
better
heat
name.
on the heat on the sun, right?
It's not like he was in school where he has to like
Kelvin,
have a switch.
right? Is it Kelvin?
Yeah,
it's
Kelvin.
I have no idea. You guys are talking measurements.
Yeah.
Well, how they measure like the temperature on the sun, or like when the temperature's like
Hot as fuck.
Yeah.
super hot, it goes to like Kelvin.
Yeah.
There
So
you
now
go.
then Nova, I think is like a
Mm-hmm.
something to do with the sun too.
Ooh, this is a little.
There we go.
Yeah, we should
Damn.
do
Now
a
we're on to something.
I don't know if she's got a Twitter, but we should send that to her so she can have
Yeah,
a better
we'll
excuse.
send her a
Or
tweet.
no, supernova is like when a
Nova's
star
temperature.
explodes, isn't it?
Well,
I
because
don't
it
know.
reaches
I
a
just
certain
hope-
temperature.
Be a
I
great
just
time to have a producer.
Somebody Google.
I just hope she's our one listener in Sweden and we just gave her a shout out.
Oh hell yeah!
We'll just pretend like she is.
So let's move on to sports. First of all, Chiefs. Apparently Patrick Mahomes sucks at OTAs.
Apparently
He's got a lot on his mind. He's-
throwing mad interceptions.
Like
No,
they
that's
say,
how good the D is.
Hey, I like his attitude. He's like, at least I'm getting them out of the way now.
There you go.
But it
It's,
shouldn't be happening that bad.
it's
like,
a little discouraging.
yeah,
yes,
it is. It's
I
super
agree.
discouraging.
He's just
especially
getting
because
used
we
to his
had
receivers.
one of the
Alex
top
Smith threw
quarterbacks.
the interceptions.
Last
In
Yeah,
year.
because he was dropping off to the running back even OTAs.
Jesus. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a
I'm
little.
not, it's a little
It's
nerve wracking.
discouraging.
It's a
Very,
little bit,
very,
but
very
you know, I still got
discouraging.
confidence in him. It's gonna work itself out.
Hopefully.
Is Alex Smith somewhere? He sees that and he's like, "Motherfuckers, I told you."
Yeah.
He probably was celebrating. Like he heard it and he just like jumped out of his chair. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" Fuck
Yeah.
They're saying he completes less than 50% of his passes.
Yeah.
Wait, in OTAs or
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
and he's just throwing mad interceptions.
He's struggling right now.
But yeah, I hope he's right and he's getting it all out of the way now and
building up the defense's self-esteem.
confidence.
Yep.
Who
Yeah.
do we got behind him?
Yeah, who's his backup?
Chad Henne, I believe. Isn't that who
Chad
they
Oh,
signed?
that's right.
Okay, well,
And I think
that's-
they-
Or the other.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not
it's
bad
it's a
backup.
so
Chad
we'll
Henne,
see.
take us
I
to
still
the-
have nothing but confidence in this. It's the situation is going to work out. Kid's a gamer. It's practice. We're talking about practice.
Talking about practice.
We're not even talking about
Yeah.
practice. We're talking about OTAs. It's voluntary.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
be throwing 50%.
You know, Tom Brady didn't even go to OTAs.
I know. How about
That's-
that?
He's also like the GOAT, so it's
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. Am I saying he should be there? No.
He's
But I'm
on
saying
the
Patrick
opposite
Mahomes
side.
should be. But it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to NBA Finals. King James,
LeBron
eighth
Bron.
consecutive year.
That guy's insane.
I'm so sick of hearing him.
He's just
I
out of
know, but
control, dude.
What else
Talk
can
about.
you do?
I need to apply for the head coaching job of wherever LeBron is playing. At,
You gotta be
because
his buddy.
That is the easiest fucking job ever.
Yeah.
Literally the easiest job.
Well,
ever.
I don't know if it's the easiest one
Give the
because
ball to LeBron.
there's been coaches that went to the NBA Finals and got fired under LeBron James
Yeah.
because LeBron James didn't like him. How many coaches? Yeah, was the guy from he's
with
the
the
assistant
Warriors
with the
now.
Warriors now.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Mike Brown, I think.
Yeah, Mike Brown got fired, and they went to. That was after losing the finals.
And
who
they've
was
been terrible for years, and then like Mike Brown, but LeBron also had a better. I mean, not a better team, but that was a good team that he had. Like Mo Williams and those cats, like
He
they were
carried-
pretty good.
yeah,
but
he
he did.
carried
But I
those
mean, he's
teams,
still
yeah.
carrying them, even with
Well,
the
now,
star power that
because
they have.
That's the thing is
You know?
nobody. It's hard to play with him because he controls the ball so much, and
Yeah.
everybody wants out. Kyrie Irving wanted out because he wants to be a star, but LeBron's gonna control the ball. Everything's
yeah.
gonna go through LeBron. Unless you're a spot up shooter, it's hard to play with him because Kyrie Irving was kind of a driver, and and so that's what LeBron
Well, I
is.
mean, he was all star.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, and then he's overshadowed by
Chris
LeBron
Paul,
James.
Dwayne same
Yeah.
way.
That series would have been awesome if Kyrie Irving was playing in it with the
Gordon
Celtics.
Hayward.
I mean, look at K. Love, dude. He
I just
wanted
mean
to
the-
get out of there for a long time, and then he finally just said, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, but he's
I'll
actually
take it."
re-signed. Like, he
Yeah.
got talked into re-signing.
Yeah.
And that guy can't stay healthy. He was hurt in Game 7 too with a
And he got
concussion.
fucking concussion.
And tonight, as we film or as we record this right now, it's
yeah.
Monday.
NHL.
Tonight is the
Stanley
The
Cup is
Rockets.
on right now.
it's
The
the
Warriors.
Rockets game, right?
Yeah, Rockets-Warriors Game 7's tonight.
Who do
Harden
you guys got winning?
I want it to be the Rockets because I
Rockets.
don't want to see another fucking Cleveland Warriors
I
fucking
like how
final.
Golden State plays.
I do too, but
And that would be Curry.
I think either
That'd be
team. I think
Curry,
whoever
LeBron, right?
wins tonight will beat the Cavs.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw a meme
I
or
don't
something
know
like
if
that.
the Rockets would be.
I
Oh,
think
dude,
they
they're pretty
will.
si-
How
well-
long can
well, is
LeBron
Chris
keep
Paul
up
playing?
this 40-point
Is
game?
Chris Paul playing? Chris Paul got hurt. He hurt his hamstring in Game 5,
He should.
so he didn't play Game 6.
Well, he'll be. Oh yeah.
he
Yeah.
should.
it's in
I'd
Houston.
fucking play.
Yeah, and it's pretty much all I go on
But-
that one. It was I saw a meme that was kind of funny about LeBron James. It was like him in a huddle or whatever, and he's looking like it was basically like he was telling the team, he goes, "All right, if we don't win, I'm leaving again."
Yeah.
Because he's a free agent in the offseason.
Yeah.
So there's like all the rumors are that he's out.
He's going to Lakers, right?
LA.
Something like that. Yeah, I feel like he should stay in the East. The East is not
I
with the
think he should
Celtics.
just
though.
stay with the
What if he went to the
Cavs.
Celtics?
To me, his legacy is tarnished just from the simple fact that he left Cleveland and went to Miami to win and then came back. And if he leaves again, like, you want to talk about the GOATs, it's what? Kobe and Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, Michael Jordan did play for another team after he retired for the second time, like came back, you know what I mean? He played for the Wizards.
Yeah.
But his prime years were all with the Bulls. Kobe was all with the fucking Lakers.
Yeah.
All the greatest players have seemed to stay with the single team, and like
It's always
none of
weird.
them left to go play with two other All-Stars, or you know what I mean, in order to win their championship.
in their prime,
dude.
especially, because normally
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
Are
But
you
yeah,
fucking
LeBron.
kidding me? So like, I do like what LeBron's doing, but it's just not as impressed me as say Kobe Bryant, who when he won his 5th championship, 4th and 5th, I think. I mean, his team wasn't that good, and he definitely carried them. I would say he had about the same kind of team that LeBron has now, but you know what I mean? That was just the kind of player he was, and it pisses me off.
It's
it just
easy. It's easier to
angers me.
stay
Yeah.
in LA than it is to stay in Cleveland. I
Yeah.
mean, with the promotions and like just being in the bigger market like that, the
He's
guy's
gonna make his money though.
probably gonna end up-
Gonna be mad about it.
yeah,
Like,
but
making
he
money.
is. But he's
I don't know
global
if
at this
his
point.
team's all that great though. Like I don't see anybody that.
Who Cleveland?
They should be better.
Well, they have a
than
top. They have a
are.
top 7 pick next year in the draft, in a
Yeah.
really stacked NBA draft.
And I mean, they got that junior, that Larry Nance Jr. guy.
Oh, he's awful.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's just a dunker. I
And
mean, you
then-
got Love.
There's not a lot of
I mean,
talent there.
there's not a lot. Like I don't know.
It's a bunch of guys that are past their prime.
Yeah.
Like
I
Kevin
don't think
Love, I
he's-
think
They're about
is-
to be stacked when they draft Michael Porter Jr. in the draft.
Nah,
That's the most recent mock draft I saw is Michael Porter Jr. going to Cleveland.
for me, it's just the NBA is just. Who do you want in the NBA Finals? Who's gonna? How many? Like,
I'm a big Boston
are
Celtics
more
fan
people
now.
gonna watch an NBA Finals with the Rockets and Celtics, or are they gonna watch? Then more people gonna watch the NBA Finals with the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland
I have
Cavaliers.
no idea.
Wait, who were the first ones? I'm sorry.
The Rockets and Celtics, say they make it to the final. More people are going to watch the
Bigger
Golden
TV
State
markets.
Warriors
Well, I don't know. Does TV
and
markets?
the Cleveland Cavs. That's who people are going to watch them.
Yeah,
because
well,
you got three
LeBron's global,
All-Stars.
Yeah, LeBron will bring.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just a simple fact. You got 3 All-Stars on one team,
Yeah.
and then LeBron's on the other. That's who people want to watch. They want to watch Steph Curry. They want to watch Draymond and KD. And
Yeah.
what's the other motherfucker?
Oh, I hate how
You
the
know what I
NBA's
mean?
become,
Like-
these monster, these all-star teams.
Yeah.
I hate that that's how it's gone down. But
And it pisses me off. That's why I got mad respect for the Greek Freak. I
Yeah.
mean, from what I've heard, he has no desire to leave Milwaukee.
yeah, he hasn't come up for a contract though yet. He's still.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. Why would they?
The thing is when the NBA started doing this, the salary cap thing, the whole process was to help. Like the idea behind it was to keep players in to stay the teams that that they started out with. They can get paid more money by staying with the team, but the amounts of money that they make are so huge that they don't even care. They take pay cuts to play with their buddies.
Yeah.
But the whole process, the idea was good in the beginning. It was that keep your homegrown talent, keep the guys you draft,
Yeah.
and build from there. But it's came to the point where LeBron started it when he went to play with Wade, and then Bosch followed him, and they all took pay cuts to play together.
And it's just, for me, like, it's just not fun to watch NBA basketball.
No, it's
College basketball is
it's
fun
hard.
to watch
Plus-
because those kids are fucking putting their heart out and soul into it. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars, and they just look lackadaisical. Like, LeBron can drive way too easy, untouched. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like they're not even fucking trying, and it's like
I
it
hate
just-
how ISO basketball happens now.
Yeah.
It's literally like they don't even try to battle through screens. It's like if they screen, okay, fine, I'll guard him now. Like they don't push through a screen.
Yeah.
They don't try to step through a screen or anything. They literally, if a guy comes up next to him and barely touches him, he's like, okay, I guess I'm guarding him now. Like, it's like fucking tag. It's like, okay, I'm going to guard him now. I touched him. And so then what happens is every time they put the weakest person, and that's who guards LeBron, or that's who guards Harden, and he just takes him to the hole, or does his travel step back move.
Oh,
and
Harden
just-
is the
yeah.
worst. I've watched a couple of highlights where he's taking like 4 steps. He's like halfway towards the basket and then does like 3 step backs past the 3-point line and fucking jacks up a 3.
The NBA is ridiculous
Oh,
as
it's
far as
terrible.
they've gotten away from calling the rules.
Yeah.
Of travel.
You can
and-
travel. You don't have to dribble. Eventually, they're just gonna be running up and down the court
Yeah. It's just,
with the ball, not dribbling at all.
Well, let's move on to the other
Yeah,
finals.
fuck it. NHL. That's
NHL.
tonight, actually.
Starts tonight,
My
Monday.
team's in that shit, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, the Knights.
Let's go Vegas.
I'm all in on
baby.
Vegas.
Absolutely. I
Hey.
love the expansion thing. That's awesome.
I mean, my team, of course, I want the Capitals to win, but it'd just be cool
It's
to
been your
witness that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
It's
just
been-
now
yeah.
we're just now hockey guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
You took me to my first hockey game, and now I like the underdog expansion team winning it all.
winning it, that's crazy. And a lot of people have been saying that it might not be a good thing. For
It's kind of a
the
slap in the
Knights.
face to the rest of the league.
Yeah, but it might not be a good thing for them as a franchise if they win it.
Well, I heard the
first
owner
year.
said he was like, first 7 years, title. That's what we want.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys that they got in the expansion draft was like, how about the first fucking year?
But
And now here we are. Let's go.
this is the way they play hockey, and I'm no like expert in hockey, but just watching them, like they're fucking fast. They attack the fucking puck. If it's against the boards, there's at least 2, maybe 3 black or white jerseys on the fucking, attacking
just
it.
aggressive.
They're just so fucking aggressive, and it's gonna be
That's
hard.
got to be good for hockey though, because I've heard like in
Oh,
the
yeah.
past a lot of big things where they would hunker down and it would get real boring because they wouldn't really it wouldn't be the up and back and forth. They just
Well,
like
It's because I think fighting's being taken out of it, so it opens up the fucking ice a lot more.
Yeah.
I think, and so maybe not. I don't know.
Which is
But
my favorite part is the
motherfuckers they're flying down.
I'm
that ice
looking
so
forward to
fast
it. I'm
now.
going to start. I think I'm
But-
going to try to watch this whole series.
Yeah.
And just actually pay attention to it, learn more about hockey, and then next season I'll be ready to go out in my fucking jersey.
It's pretty fucking simple. The rules are.
we need to start
You know what I
petitioning
mean?
to get a team here.
Pretty-
I think
pretty.
hockey'd be so good in this town.
Oh, it would. Yeah, but we're
We
talking
had
about
the- we had the
NHL,
Blades.
baby.
That wasn't
Um,
professional. It was IHL.
That was still.
That wasn't
minor.
real.
Let's move on to this. This is the big one for me.
Yeah.
XFL. I saw they put this job posting out. I mean, you could literally go on there and you can apply to be a sportscaster, or if you want to play, there's a place to fill it out.
No shit.
So I think we've already talked about before what positions we'd want. So let's just go with what rule changes, because they're asking, like, hey, when that gambling decision came down last week, they were like, hey, should we incorporate gambling into the XFL?
That would be funny. It's just
and
quarterbacks betting against cornerbacks. I'm coming at you.
yeah, and then and then they've been asking, like, what rule changes would you like to the standard game? And I go off of their rules before. I really did like their rules. I didn't like their coin toss. Obviously, just have a normal fucking coin toss and a
Yeah.
kickoff.
People getting hurt before the
But I-
game even starts.
But I like that their punts are all live balls. The other team doesn't have to touch it. If you kick the ball and you catch it, it's your ball. So then you have those cool quick kicks that sometimes the quarterbacks do. That was cool.
So so basically a punt's like a kickoff, because kickoff the ball's live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a punch just like a kickoff. It's live. And I really like the forward motion.
So
With the-
is there fair catches?
There's no fair catches.
Oh shit, that's just wow.
Yeah.
That gets
That's
aggressive.
scary.
Why not kick it really high? It's like fucking.
But I could
500.
see, but I could see with now, because they're trying to be more legit. They're not being as extreme as they were before, and they're
Okay.
separating. Like the WWE has nothing to do with this. It's just owned by the same dude. Like
Okay.
he had to create a separate company, for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Doing it right instead of trying to push. I watched that documentary and they did try
was
to push
great.
it out in like a
Oh
year.
yeah, they did it. They
Within
tried
a
to do it
year's
super
time,
fast.
just like get it out, and it's like they're like, all right.
But no, that's the rule
that's
changes
what
I want
fucked
to see.
us. let's take it
I
slow.
like, I
I
like
really
the
like-
idea of betting. That would be funny.
And I like the forward motion. I really like that, where the wide receivers can get
See,
a
like
10-yard
arena
sprint.
football. I don't know if I
In,
like that.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
guess so.
Canada.
I
Do we have
don't
listeners
like
in
that.
Canada?
That's so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's kind of
It's
generic
a
and or not
disadvantage
generic,
for
but like
the
kind of.
defense too.
Yeah, they're just gonna play. It's,
But it just gives you, I don't know, it's
Just,
something
yeah,
different.
adds
I
a
like
little-
the idea of bump and
adds to
run,
it.
and I feel like that takes away bump and run a little
But
bit.
I think with that, then they can be more aggressive. I think they like kind of are relaxed on the rules a little bit for a certain yard,
Okay.
for like more than the NFL is.
I'd
So
like
you
to see.
can-
Hopefully, I would like some more trash talking, more players mic'd up and stuff. I'm assuming will be a
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could like jam them past 5 yards. And so
Probably.
it's 5 yards in NFL, right? You can.
yeah, it's 5
Yeah.
yards.
So you can. Because that would suck, man. Like, you're lined up as a corner, and then here comes your fucking
From
receiver, just full fucking sprint right at you. Like,
I mean, from what I've seen
Damn.
in like in arena, because they let it out there, and like you said in Canadian, a lot of times they just play off the line,
yeah.
and they basically play a stack where it's like it's almost like a zone, and see if he goes deep, they kind of pick him up like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. I don't particularly like that rule, but yeah.
I'm excited for the XFL.
I think it'd be nice to have something else to watch besides just the NFL.
And
Are they doing it at the same time as NFL?
I don't think so.
Gonna do
And
it
they're going
off-season?
to try to present it differently. Like they want to make the game shorter. Like
Okay.
instead of how you have to watch a game for 3 hours, like they
Yeah.
want it to be quicker. Like they're talking about like no halftime.
Just
Okay.
make a death match. Real quick.
They're
That's
trying to
what
be more
that's what
legit.
overtime turns
Oh.
into.
Yeah.
That is pretty legit.
I'd like to see the overtime rules changed for sure. I don't like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I was
NFL's.
scored in.
I don't like the NFL's overtime rules.
Yeah. You like colleges better?
Don't they both get a chance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
don't like the sudden
hate
death.
how you just if you score,
Yeah.
you don't even get a chance to rebuttal
Yeah.
because it's not like
Well,
hockey.
they just keep doing it. They don't have a kickoff or anything. They both start at like the 30.
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you score, the other team gets a shot. They score. You
And
go
if
back
they
to
rebuttal,
it, and you can kick extra points. But at some point in it, I can't remember how many times. I think it's in the fourth overtime. You have to go for 2.
yeah.
I like that.
I hate because I mean it makes sense to me in like NHL, like golden goal. You know what I mean? Because both teams are competing for the puck at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where with like NFL, one team's on defense, one team's on offense. If you fucking score, like that's such bullshit that it's over. At least
Yeah.
give me a chance to fucking rebuttal. If I don't score a field goal or like more points than they did, then yeah, it's over.
I
But
think it's
don't
only a
like
matter
the
of time
chance.
before the NFL does adapt to it. They already did it.
Yeah.
And it used to be one and done no matter what. Field goals would win it.
Yeah. Now the other team gets a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's coming. It'll go more towards the college rule because they're starting to realize, oh shit, that's a better rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of sports to watch, but now it's time for an FMK.
Yeah.
I got an easy one. I think it's easy.
I see it.
The Kardashians.
Oh man.
You got to fuck one, marry one, kill one.
God.
Kim, Chloe, Courtney.
No, mine.
I know mine. I know mine.
All right.
All right,
Go.
Go.
I'll fuck Courtney. No. I'm gonna fuck Kim.
Okay.
And I'll marry Courtney. And God, I really feel bad. Like I'm gonna
You
kill
kill
Chloe.
Yeah.
She's nice though. She's so nice.
She's nice. I don't think she's gonna lose any sleep over it.
I'm gonna fuck Courtney. I'm gonna marry Chloe. I'm killing Kim.
Dang.
I hate her.
What about
so
you, Eric?
much.
I just got.
I think I'm
But
marrying Courtney,
I mean,
fucking Kim, killing Chloe.
regardless, your
We're on
life's
this-
over afterwards. You're gonna
Yeah.
become insane after you.
Eric and I on the same
God.
page. Fucking marrying Courtney, fucking Kim, killing Chloe. And that's it. I feel like that was too easy. Was that too easy?
Yeah, I kind of want to fuck Courtney now too.
Well, here, I got another one. I got a secondary one because I figured that was going to be super easy.
Yeah.
We're all gonna need to play basketball to do any of those, anyways.
Yeah. Play basketball.
Alcohol, pizza, Netflix. You got to fuck one, marry one, kill one.
What?
It's-
Alcohol, pizza.
It's too hard.
I'm marrying pizza.
Okay.
That was way too easy. I didn't know you were such a big fan of pizza.
Yeah, pizza's life. So then-
Pizza's life.
Pizza's life.
and then I'm gonna.
You ain't the only
I'll
one that
fuck
feels
with some
that way.
alcohol. And
Pizza and alcohol.
I'll kill Netflix. I don't
Okay.
have Netflix right now, so I can kill it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck alcohol, marry Netflix, and kill pizza.
Damn, so you only get alcohol one time.
That's fine with me,
Okay.
man.
What about you?
I didn't think about it that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, one time.
So
one
I
time.
got Netflix one time.
Yeah.
If I pick that,
I don't know what I'd do.
Well, I'm
without
gonna kill
Netflix.
pizza.
Always watching that.
Killing pizza.
yes.
God, you guys suck.
Yes, I'm-
No pizza?
I want to say I'm going to marry alcohol, but I feel like that would sound horrible.
No, that's
but
where I'm
I think
going.
in the long run, I would probably be able to, I'd probably fuck alcohol and marry Netflix, I guess.
Really? I'm marrying alcohol. I'm fucking pizza. I think I'm killing Netflix. Then you have alcohol for life. Party on, Wayne. You
All
know
right,
what I
I'll bring the pizza.
mean? There we
You can
go.
all use my pizza.
There we go. We should have planned that better so
You're
we
a
can all
horrible.
just share.
You're a horrible husband.
We're gonna use your
We're all,
Netflix.
we're all moving to Utah, and we're gonna make this work.
Well, that's the show this
I
week.
want to take mine back. No, wait, we got some shout outs, right? Shout outs to Luxembourg, right?
Oh yeah, shout out to Luxembourg. Got a message that hey, next time you shout out all your foreign listeners, don't forget your very first one, Alexa. We love you. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening. Tell a fucking friend.
Yeah, stop listening to it by
Yeah,
yourself.
man. Hey, check it out.
Yeah, tell all your friends to subscribe to it too. You guys can listen to it together, but they all need to subscribe on their own.
Yeah, we're gonna start calling you out for not having any friends if we don't see more listeners
Yeah,
out there.
loser. No, but we love you guys. Thanks for fuxing with us. Thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
hanging out. We love you. Bye.
Let's go.